Hi there, folks, and welcome to the Word Solutions for this week's The Daily Rigour, issue number 153. Okay, on to our first story this week. So, only 1 in 10 nurses in Scotland are men. So, I always thought nursing was quite similar to teaching for a career, in the respect that I think that you really make a difference, and surely more men should be considering this as a career option. Anyway, we first of all we have to write the proportion of male nurses in Scotland as a percentage. So 1 in 10 is 1/10, and of course that's 10%. So in part B we're asked to calculate the number of male nurses currently working in Scotland. Well, of course it's just going to be 10% of 65,000, and to get 10% we divide by 10, so that's going to give us an answer of 6,500 male nurses. So on to our second story, bit of literacy in action here. So the new Australian $50 note had responsibility spelled incorrectly. I wonder how they would spell responsible citizens. Who knows? But anyway, what's the value of an Australian $50 note in pounds and pence? Well, to change foreign currency back into pounds, all we do is we divide by the exchange rate. And obviously, because this is money, we're going to have to round to two decimal places. So £26 and 92 pence. So with the final of the golf and a few other things, London Marathon, over a couple of sporting events over the last few weeks or so, it was snooker's turn this time. So it was a best of 35 frame match, and it was won by Judd Trump. How many frames did Judd Trump need to win in order to win the match? Well, when you've got a best of 35, you need to think about what the lowest number of frames that a person can win with. So if you add 1 to that, it's 36, divided by 2, it's 18. So it's going to be 18 frames that he needs to win, because if you think about it, if John Higgins won 17, that would come to 35. So physically, John Higgins couldn't win more than 18, and indeed they couldn't tie. So in a best of 35 frame match, it's the first to 18 wins. So John Higgins won 50% of the total number of frames that Judd won. So how many frames did John Higgins win in the final? Well, obviously it's just 50% of 18, so it's 18 divided by 2, so it's 9 frames. So you could also say that Judd won the frames in a ratio of 2 to 1 if you really wanted to show off. Anyway, last question, we have to say how many snooker balls are on a snooker table altogether at the start of a frame. So if we scan the question, if we didn't know already, there's 15 red, there's 6 coloured balls, but of course there's also the white cue ball, which some of you will have forgotten to add on there. But anyway, that comes to 22 balls in total. So well done, Judd, and unlucky John. So into our final story, Hugh Jackman is in town for his The Greatest Showman show, and he was doing a bit of exploring in Loch Lomond and popped in for a deep fried pizza in a Clydebank fish and chip shop. So the question is, how much change would Hugh Jackman receive from a $50 Australian note if a deep fried pizza cost £2.50? Well, obviously for change it's just a simple subtraction, but obviously we need to take pounds away from pounds. We already know that a $50 note is £26.92, and we're going to take away £2.50 from that, meaning £24.42 change. So plenty of money there to try some other Scottish delicacies if Hugh Jackman chooses to do so. But anyway, folks, that was our solutions for this week. Hope you enjoyed the questions, and stay tuned for next week's edition, when we're going to be looking at more stories from the news of the week and the numbers behind them. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, and bye for now.